Let's say I'm diabetic or pre-diabetic, and I want to suppress it. I want to revert these numbers that are showing up on my machine,
Yes.
glucose machine. What is it would you advise someone that has worked for you, like A, B, C, D, that someone should do right now?
First is the walking. You should include a walk, a run, or jog, a physical activity in your lifestyle. That is must. Otherwise, how you are going to remove the stored fat or stored glucose in your body?
I see. It's not easy. If
It's
you
not
don't do that.
easy. So you need to include a walk. I would say, because I'm not saying that all fat people have diabetes, but some people who are diabetic are also obese. So those people who are obese, like I was the one, running is not easier for them. What's not even easier for me. Recently, I participated in a marathon, the Kigali Marathon. I was among top 10% who won the 21-kilometer race. I never imagined that I could even win the marathon. I could not even climb 2 stairs previously. I'm literally, I would not say that I'm very health, I would say a freak, but I'm now taking care of my health aspects, the physical aspects of my health. I would say for someone, the first thing that you include is the physical activity. If you can't run, let's jog. If you can't jog, at least walk. If you can't walk, at least crawl. That is one thing that you need to include. Then, second thing is, try avoid any form of sugar from your food. I know you will have the sugar rush in your body. You need to avoid it. Any type of sugar is worse for your body. Now, when I'm saying any type, even fruit also have the sugar.
Even fruits that we love most.
For example, watermelon, mangoes, bananas. Those are the sugars that are going to spike your glucose like anything. For someone in diabetic, even doctors doesn't never refer you or prefer you to have a watermelon or these sugary food. Rather, you have to include the less sugary, more citrate, more fiber food. Like, for example, you can eat. For me, like I prefer tree tomato. Tree tomato is widely available in Rwanda. It's the best. I would say it's a gift of a God you guys have. It's very rare to find it in other continent, especially in my country. It's very hard to find tree tomatoes.
Really? And
tree tomatoes is a gift of a God.
And in Rwanda, you can have it every day.
Every
at
day.
a very, very cheap cost.
At very cheap cost.
You can have it full in your refrigerator.
You can include tree tomatoes in your first meal. Okay, your first meal should also have the fibers. So don't exclude fibers. Eat fruits with fibers.
But also watermelon has fibers.
Yeah, but it has a sugar. It has a fructose. So avoid fructose.
Like, let me tell you the truth. Me, I love watermelon, mango, and most of the time, I put banana, and that's a lot of sugar because mostly that's my best juice.
So I tell you, the sugar.
Like in a week, I can have it 4 times.
Yes.
That's bad, man.
So when I say the blood contains glucose, the food metabolizes in glucose, it doesn't mean that the glucose only coming from the white sugar that you're putting in your food or in your drink. Sugar comes from every part. Even from your fruits, it comes. So the first one, you should include the tree tomato. The second one is the avocado. Avocado is another gift that you guys have. Very cheap. Come to other part of the world and you find the avocado is so expensive that only the rich people can afford. Here the avocado, and you have the best quality of avocado.
I'm telling you, that's very true. I've tried it too.
You should include that.
So let me say, exercise is very key.
Yeah.
Try any exercise that you can afford, but do exercise.
Do exercise.
And we are not speaking to someone who is diabetic. We are speaking even to someone
everyone.
For someone who wants to live healthy.
Healthy lifestyle.
And to avoid such things to happen.
Exactly.
So make sure you walk or run. If you can't run, do your best, but do something that gives you, I mean,
energy, and they give you like a best part of life where you are free from all these
now
disease.
let's go to food. You're telling me we're lying ourselves that, like what I've told you, that I love watermelon, I love banana, and I love taking mango. Which fruits should I be really shifting to? Because I'm looking at which fruits to shift it to.
I'm not saying that you can just cut them completely. You can reduce their intake, their amount. But someone who has a diabetes, who has a high blood sugar, should avoid taking this mango, watermelon, all the sugary foods like banana. Rather, replace with a citric food.
A citric food.
Yeah, citric food. So citric food contains like
let's say in Rwanda, because we are giving them big
raspberry
terms.
is another classic example.
We're giving them big terms. Let's say citric foods like includes which one?
A tree tomato is an example. The raspberry you can take, but not very sweet raspberry. You can also include not very sweety strawberries.
Strawberries.
Yeah, like blueberries.
Blueberries.
Blueberries or blackberries. They are the best you can have, and it's available at the supermarket as well. You don't need to go and find.
I know they're there.
Yeah.
So with fruits, make sure even if you love them so much, first read how is this fruit going to impact my glucose, my sugars.
Yeah.
If I love the fruit, it doesn't mean that every fruit is good for me. So you should also be conscious about the fruits you're going to take.
Yeah.
Then let's go to food. You've told me that
At
least 80% of the food that you eat today is not cooked food. How do you do that?
It's uncooked food. So I generally prefer to not to cook my food or mix any spices or like fried in fries with putting a lot of oil in it. I just cut my food. Okay, what include in my meal? So the first vegetable is what I include is the salad leaves, what we call sometimes I can also include the cabbage, celery, parsley. These are the one which must have in the herbs sections, right? The salad leaves, and then you have I mix with the capsicum, bell peppers, red, yellow, green. Make it very colorful. If you see my salad bowl is full of colors. The more it's colorful, the more it's healthy. That's what I read in one of the book by H.K. Baru. The book I would recommend you or your audience is called Nature Cure. Nature Cure by H.K. Baru. It tells you exactly. He says that your kitchen is your laboratory. You can experiment anything in the kitchen and you can apply in your health and you can find the results. Then I also include the leeks and spring onions, anything which are rich in vegetables, the spinach. So at least 6 vegetables must be in my salad. And broccoli is always you will find in my salad. Someone
broccoli
who is suffering from high blood sugar, broccolis are miracle. I tell you, it's miracle. And some people I see that when they make broccoli, they cut the stem and just only cook the upper part. No, always also keep
cut the stem into pieces and then include it.
Yeah, and include it.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere and it also tastes the same as the upper when it's fully cooked.
Yeah.
So, Sam, many people struggle even after diagnosis on how to shift to these lifestyles.
You can go slowly.
What is the best way to really shift? Should I change my location? Should I change the people I live with? Because let me tell you, brother, living in a community where you want to change the way you eat. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone who is a parent, a father at home is suffering from this. That simply means they're going to have a different dish for this person. So how does someone change the lifestyle at home? Because you need to change it completely. You cannot change it on your own, because when you change it on your own, you're also adding on the cost at home, because that means they will have a dish for you, they will have a dish for the whole family. How do you advise such a person to navigate this situation?
I completely agree with you, and it is very difficult for someone. Also, I would say that some part in my journey bit easier for me because I was staying alone. Some part being alone is also tough because you never have those support. That's where the community support comes in. And someone who is in the society where changing their lifestyle is very difficult, I would say you should take the community support. You should make sure your family, your member, your near dear should understand the same way like you are understanding, so that they can support in your decisions. And they also going to give you more encouragement.
I agree.
Right. For example, let me tell you, I was in one of my office get-together, and everybody was drinking beer. And I was not drinking beer. And everybody was coming and saying, hey, why don't you drink beer? What happened? Whatever. And they were encouraging me. And I told them, like, the reason why I don't drink beer because I have a high blood sugar. I don't want to do it. And they completely understand the thing. So one of my colleagues, they brought a Vitalo for me. He said, you are not drinking beer, let's take a Vitalo. See, it's about communication. You have to bring the communication on table with your family members. Speak to them like in a very, very, I would say, like a serious way. You have to make them understand, because at the end of the day, it's your family, your friends, your surrounding who are going to support you and encourage you to lead the best life, the healthy life.
So there's a belief in the communities that having diabetes is almost close to a death sentence. So many people believe that, and they say, oh my God, if you get diabetes, you're dead, you're done. What would you tell this person? And sincerely speaking, what message would you give people out there who think that diabetes is the end of your life, and yet you are a testimony now that you've really managed to suppress it, and now you're more living a healthy life like you used to live before, even more than like you lived before?
Yeah. So I would say, yes, you're very right. It is very difficult. So from some people, even some people, they don't even share to the even their family members, their spouses, they don't tell that they have a diabetes. They think that the diabetes is just like a HIV, don't tell to anyone. No, my brothers, sisters, please, the first thing in diabetes is awareness. First, you know what is diabetes. If you know that diabetes is something which is reversible, which is curable, then you have to advocate to your society. And be very frank to people. Tell, yes, I cannot eat a sugar like you because I'm very health conscious. Don't tell that I have diabetes, that's why I'm not eating a sweet. Rather, you can tell, I'm not eating sweet because I'm leading my healthy life. Is the how your perspective, your mind process, your thought process is about. So in that case, first, don't think that it's a life-death sentence, or it's a matter of a shame. If I tell someone I have diabetes, people will not speaking with me, not sit next to me. No, it's not like that. You have to be very open to the society and your loved ones.
So what is it that you think out there in hospitals or even in modern medicine that needs to be changed to ensure that at least people living with diabetes, or people who have diagnosed and found to have diabetes, can still manage it, cannot be even forced to go to drugs, to medicine? Because for you, you've managed it. What would you tell, what do you think needs to be changed in the health sector to ensure that people at least don't rely more on medication, but also rely on healthcare, on lifestyle and health eating?
So I would not say or it is, I would say, it is not good to say that the healthcare are not doing good in managing diabetes. I think they are the best at their best stage. What could do the change in the communication between the doctor and the patient in terms of the diabetes? I've experienced in my case as well. The doctor make you feel that diabetes is like something that if you don't take care, you will die next day. They make it panic situation. I think the medical professionals has also to be a little empathetic in terms of establishing communication between patient and doctor. They have to be work like a team. So it's not your patient. It's a member. Now he's a part of your community. You have to take care of him. So I would say in terms of medicines, I think they have achieved a greatest achievement. But it's still there are a lot of scope to do in consultation. They have to have proper diabetic management awareness programs that every medical hospitals and medical society has to put into the society. For example, even in some of the most developed countries, in the Western countries, we don't have a diabetic society. We don't have a group of people where they can group and talk about them. That's why I would say, I would say that it would be better if we can have a more kind of a collaborative societies and collaboration between doctor and patient in terms of diabetic awareness programs.
So looking ahead, what is like? I love the fact that you now advocating for healthy societies and making sure that people who are diabetic, I saw you supporting so many people to reverse their diabetic conditions, and it seems like you've given it your time to make sure that people know what it is they can do. Looking ahead, different researchers have shown that in Rwanda and even other parts of East Africa, so many people now are becoming more obese and leading to the cases that we are talking about now. What is it that you think now we should do? Because you move on the streets of Kigali and you see a lot of things, you see a lot of people, many people now, even young people, are more obese than used to be. What is it that we need to do now? As someone who is now, championing the campaign and awareness to make sure that people know what to do with diabetes and also suppressing the condition.
If you don't know that what's happening in your body, you cannot work on it. So first thing that you buy a glucometer, you test at your home, you know your sugar levels, and you form your activities accordingly. The first thing, monitor. The second thing is that you should include a certain changes in your lifestyle, which starts from adding a physical activity more. I'm not saying go in a gym and take a weight and push like heavy weights. No. If you don't want to go to the gym, at least walk nearby. If you can't go outside, just walk in your compound. At least do something that will help your to maintain the physical activity in your body. Sooner or later, you will see that how these small activities changing your body physicality. Like you will start losing weight, your mood will be happy, and understand that diabetes also impact the mental health directly or indirectly. So if you have high diabetes, then you have hypertension, you have like your mind doesn't be fit at the same place, and you will be always be here and there. So it also impact the health, mental health. So first thing, monitor. Second thing, you add your physical activity. Third thing is your food habits. You have to change your food habits. Avoid taking any type of sugar. If you need a sugar, you can use the supplementary. I'm not advocating any particular type, but in my initial days, I also taking the sugar frees, the what do you say, those tablets, the sugar tablets available in the market. That, for example, in my coffee, I cannot drink at that time I cannot drink the non-sugary or unsugared coffee. I use those sugar frees, sugar tablets in my coffee. So that also help with you. So understand that when you eat, your tongue do not recognize where this sugar coming from. It only recognizes the taste and start producing the insulin. Also understand that if you are in your obesity journey, in reducing the obesity, I'm not saying that it's only for diabetes, but someone who is struggling with the obesity and wanted to reduce the obesity, that's also the same thing that need to include it. You have to cut down your sugars.
When should I eat the breakfast and then lunch?
So for me, before I would say when you take a breakfast, let's go a little back. When you take a sleep, when you have your last dinner, between your last dinner and your breakfast should have 14 hours break. And that's where a very famous topic nowadays, very famous in particular in the digital world or a medical science world coming, is what we call intermittent fasting.
Tell me more about that.
So intermittent fasting is a fasting where you take it periodically. It's not a fasting like you're taking like 5 days in a streak or 6 days in a streak, rather than taking a periods. Like you can do a fasting for 12 hours. Like between your last meal and your next meal should have a difference of 12 hours.
And of course, I read it somewhere. That's why they call it breakfast. You are breaking the fast.
Breaking the fast.
Breaking the fast. So it's like the time, the period between when you last ate food
Yes.
and when you are going to break it.
Now let me tell you very interesting. Do you know how many religions we have in this world? Almost like more than 7,000. What is the one thing common in every religion?
Fasting.
Fasting. And why is it so? And let me also tell you, in all religion, most of the religion, their fasting period is always in the summers.
Why?
That's where, okay, so someone in Japan, I think it's a Japanese medical science expert who won the Nobel Prize in the subject called autophagy. So autophagy is a process when you put your body on a fasting for more than 14 hours, then your body is eating by themselves. Like it eating their dead cells, it eating their own glucose. It's what we call ketosis. Like it goes in ketosis, then from ketosis going in autophagy stage, and it healing by themselves. That's where, if you know that if you go and make a body and muscles, they say that you should have the proper sleep. Why proper sleep? Because that's where autophagy comes in. That's where your broken muscles going to revive. That's where your broken part in your body is going to healed by themselves. That stage is called autophagy. I still need to research why most of the religions have their fasting in the summer period. I think one of the most convincing is that in summer you can be more without food than in winter season.
Winters, yeah. So fasting is very key when it comes to managing diabetes, and also reducing the obesity, and also
one of the amazing thing that everyone
and also working on your health.
Yes, and it's not only for diabetic patient.
How many times should I fast? Like, let me speak on my behalf. How many times should I fast in a week?
Very important question. I would not tell you because I'm not medical professional, but I tell you, okay, if you wanted to fast to cut down your sugar levels, also understand the worst thing for having a high blood sugar is your low blood sugar. So if you fast more and you bring your sugar so down that your blood sugar is below 70 or 80,
you're gonna suffer more.
You will get a nausea. You will get a dizziness. You can't even walk. You fainted. You will faint. So that's why most of the diabetic patients who have a high blood sugar, when they are on insulin, they always keep the candies in their pocket. Because when they feel dizzy, they know that their insulin level is so high that their sugar level goes down.
Just take sugar.
They take a sugar. So that's where you can monitor. You can start from 12 hours, then increase 14, 15, 16, like I do, like 16 hours fasting every day.
Let's say when you eat at maybe 6 in the evening.
Yeah, the 6 is last
then
meal.
Then you eat lunch at 12.
At 12 next day.
Breakfast, sorry, at 12.
Yeah.
And then lunch at what time? Between 12?
2 or 3.
Just 2 hours from breakfast?
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours between breakfast. Understand that your digestive systems take at least 4 hours to digest your food. But nowadays of the fast-paced life and those fast
you're eating
foods,
everywhere you go.
You are eating it so frequently. And that's where your type 1 and type 2 diabetes comes. Now, let me tell you what is type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Now, you remember we have given this example of the trading business. Now, sometimes your pancreas, because you keep eating, you keep loading your product in your body. Now your transport system says, I don't have a putter. We are running out of the putters. We don't have putters at all.
And that is the insulin.
That is what we call, that's the insulin. So there is no insulin that your pancreas is producing. That's what we call a type 1 diabetes.
I see.
Then you will have to rely on the plasmic or artificial or chemically, genetically produced insulin that you inject with injection in your stomach or subcutaneous skin.
So now, going back to you, do you consider yourself now diabetic free?
I would not say that I'm diabetic free. I have reverse diabetics. So it's like my diabetes level now not in alarming stage. So even after food, my diabetes sugar level is between 105 to 110. If you go beyond 100, it's on fasting. You have been fasting, you should be.
But you've not answered my question very well. I want to know, in a week, in 7 days, how many days should I do the 14 or 12 hours fasting?
It completely depends upon you how
Can I do every day for the whole?
If your body allows, if you allows, you can do it. I mean, there are many people who does like 6 days in a street or 36 hours. I read that one of the very famous book of one of those doctors who advocate the autophagy and this intermittent fasting. They said that so intermittent fasting is also of a different. You can do it in a different style. Like some people do in hours gap. For example, the first meal, second meal, make it 12 hours. Some people do in the days. Like you can have a 1 day eating, 1 day off, 1 day eating window, 1 day off window. That's how you can do. You can do 36 hours altogether. I would say in a week, start with having 12 hours a day for like 4 days. At least start from there. And I would say that for a regular person, I would say that having a 14 hours a day is the best that anyone can achieve the best out of their body.
So, Mr. Sam, is there something that you think we've left behind to educate someone who is pre-diabetic, who wants to live a healthier life, and perhaps someone who is diabetic now that needs to know, that you think you can stress out, and then we end our conversation?
I would start my conclusion with a tagline. I would say, your body is your real estate. Your best asset. Invest wisely. I know when you are in 20s, you attend a lot of parties, your functions, your friend circle, you do it. If you skip, okay, but don't skip in your 30s. When you're in 30s, include one sport in your life and keep it until you're not leaving this planet. That's one thing. Now, to conclude my point, for someone who is diabetes or pre-diabetic, first thing, go and monitor yourself. Check yourself. Number one, add physical activity, improve your lifestyle by changing your food eating habit, exclude sugar from your food, and you have to be more extra physical active in that. And introduce intermittent fasting in your lifestyle, in your day-to-day activity. Only thing, I know that in the beginning it will make little mess in your mind, but after some period of time it become a part of your life and you will enjoy it. And it surely, I'm 100% sure, it's going to reward you with the best health, reverse your diabetes. I'm very much, I advocate this, that diabetes is curable. Diabetes is reversible.
Oh, it's been a pleasure having you on our podcast, Mr. Sam.
We don't
take you for granted, and we appreciate this. And please, I hope next time you come and we talk about type 1 diabetes as a single and standalone topic. And I believe for our viewers, you've really learned a lot. And please, you've heard it from the person with the experience, from the person who has, experienced the condition. He's now managing it and he's living now a health life. So why don't you go with the skills? Why don't you go with the information he has shared? And then it can help you. And please, comment. If you try it and it works for you, comment so that we can appreciate our guest on the show next time. Bye for now.